like I said, my it was more like my body was not inside my body. I don't know how to explain that. And after some seconds, the cry and wailing and everything started getting closer. So it was more like my body or my spirit. I don't know which one it was getting back inside my body because I was hearing them, cry. And I think it was at that moment it dawned on me like, okay, what I heard was true. Like really, really, like my dad is gone. And honestly speaking, I don't know what happened next. Yeah, sounds weird, but that's the truth. I'm not going to come and give you guys what did not happen. Like I'm not gonna come and lie and whatever you guys were expecting. Like oh I faint. No, no, no. I was mute. I was speechless. Like I said, all this happened in split seconds. And after some seconds, I found myself beside my auntie on the floor. Like I was on the floor, like I was laying down on the floor, but in a position that would, like I was like leaning to her. You get like halfway laying down, but then I was trying to like lean, beside her feet. But I couldn't remember how I got there. I couldn't remember what happened before I got there. Everything is blank, right up, like right. Everything was blank right up till now, if that word is correct. I can't remember what happened. I can't remember what I did. All I knew was that after that realization, like after all those noises were close to me, I found myself beside my auntie, but I was on the floor beside her feet. And that was when I screamed. Like I think that was like the realization that oh my god, my dad is gone. Like that was when I think I screamed, and yeah, it just dawned on me. And yeah, it's been unending tears literally since then. But people keep asking what was the thing you did at the moment it happened. Like they feel like movies now, you hear that someone died and then you scream, you shout, and like you faint. No, that didn't happen. Like I literally was out of my body. And from that moment up until when I realized I was beside my auntie, I can't remember. I know that I cannot roll. I cannot roll from where I was sitting. I couldn't have rolled, but I can't remember what happened. I can't remember what I said. I can't remember anything. I actually did the research and I realized that, or let me say, Google said that, is it Google or Google said that when someone goes through a very traumatic experience, the brain automatically blocks out some event. I don't know how true that is, but I know that was applicable to what happened to me. I can't remember anything. I can't remember, but I knew that after some couple of seconds, yeah, it dawned on me that my dad was gone while I was beside my auntie on the floor. I don't know how I got there. I don't know what I did, what not, and yeah, that was when it dawned on me, and that was when my mom and every other person were now free to like call. And my mom was just telling me to please hold myself together because she was not there. At that point, it was more like nobody to really console me because the house that I was in, despite how much my auntie loves me, she lost her own brother. And she had lost a brother before my dad. Oh, sorry. She had lost two brothers before my dad. My dad was... Oh, my dad is a third born. And my dad is dead. Like, so our two elder brothers died. My dad. So I'm trying to give you guys a context of why she can also be there for me in that moment. Obviously from that time till now she has been there for me, but like in that moment it was more like two kids that were grieving. So my mom was like, you need to put it together, you need to hold yourself, I'm not there with you, nobody's there with you. Later on, my aunt, then some of my mommy's uncles, their wives, some of my cousins that happened to be in Ilorin too started coming to my auntie's house. Even those that were like from my mommy's side, you get now, started coming to my auntie's side, and I mean my auntie's house. And yeah, the next day. So apparently that my daddy's best friend was not going to Abuja. He just needed me to come out of my house with my box to where he felt comfortable for me to, like, you know, find out what happened. And we didn't go to Abuja that very day. We went to Abuja the next day, but I didn't go with him. He later came with my auntie. I think the third day, but the very next day, my mommy's elder brother, his wife, yeah, she was one that took me to Abuja the very next day. So yeah, that's what happened. But that night, aside staying in my auntie's house with every other person that was there, my cousin was there, Favor was there, yeah, I remember. Stayed the night with me. Came. My friends came. I called Muji, the one that was in my hostel. I called her to, you know, tell her she came. She came with a couple of my neighbors, and you know, all these people had actually met my dad when he came to surprise me in Ilorin for my birthday. So it was more like, oh my god, that man that came. And you know, my dad is a very sweet soul. Anybody that knows him would know. like those of you that know him, you will be smiling now as I'm talking about it, because you guys know how sweet my dad is. And so you can imagine the impression he left on those my friends. So like they had to, like, they ran to my auntie's house that day because I told him I was going to Abuja the next day. And yeah, I got home. I mean, that was the longest journey, yo. Ilorin to Abuja was the longest journey. I cried all through in the car. But my auntie, like my uncle's wife, she was so adorable. She was so patient. I wouldn't eat. I wouldn't do anything. Ah, God. The cry was too much. She had to tell the people beside us that, please, you have to be with this girl. She just lost her dad, you know. So rewinding to the 11th. So apparently now this was on the 12th. Like I found out on the 12th, right? So on the 11th, I now realized that that time that I called my mom when I was done with my class to tell her, I mean, when I called her and she told me she was going to call me back, I now realized later on that my dad died, I think 2 minutes according to them, just split minutes before I called. So that's why it's going to always hurt that I didn't do that video call on the 10th, and that I didn't call on the 11th early in the morning. Like I had to wait till I was done with class just because I didn't want to wake him up. So it hurts that I didn't do any of those. So my mom said it was as if I saw it, because she said immediately. So according to her, he told her to like read the scriptures, particular Bible passage. Meanwhile, earlier that day, I think that day or the previous day, I told my mom that he had a dream that he was discharged and God told him that his work is like beautiful, like what he did, like he was walking on the grass or something, and God told him that okay, he has finished clearing the grass and he can go home now, that he has finished what he wanted to do and what have you. So he told my mom, and then everybody felt like, oh, that means that you're going to be discharged, you know, because he wasn't giving any sign of being sick. We're looking forward to him being discharged and all of those things. So that dream was more like confirmation that he was going to be discharged. But apparently that was not what God was trying to show him. Apparently he was going to die that day, and it meant that his work on earth was done and he was about to like go home, as per home, heaven. Yeah. So my mom said I called after he died, a few minutes after he died, because she said at some point he just started declining, and he told her, no, I think he told her to read some Bible passage, and I think he said amen. He was saying amen, and at some point I think he wasn't really responding, and she noticed how he was like on the bed, so she stood up to call the nurse and people around, and they came and they were trying to, and then she saw that he was like, I can't explain that to you guys, but they tried to is it resuscitate him, and they told her to leave the room, so my mom was not allowed to, like, I think she was just seeing it from the window. My mom and then my auntie that lied to me that she went downstairs to collect food for my dad. Yeah, I think they had told my mom in that moment, and she told me she didn't agree with them. She was begging them to keep on doing the reviving technique. I can't remember what they were doing, but she kept telling them to do it. I think she gave him CPR herself. Yeah. So she said it was that at that point when she was even trying to like step out or something, like that was when I called. So yeah, that was what happened. Back to when I traveled home to Abuja. I got home and just the way slippers were plenty in my auntie's house the day before. That was obviously how I met it in my house in Abuja. My brother was in school. And yeah, that was the first time I would go home without, my dad being at home. So yeah, I got home and I saw people, and I went straight to my mom, and I knelt in her front, like I tried to hug her, and I didn't have words. I just said why, thinking about it now, like I should supposed to have an answer. Like, what the fuck was I thinking? I asked her why, like she told me to lie, like. And she said she didn't have an answer for me. Yeah, that was what happened, guys. That was how I found out that my dad died. And it's been grief and grief and grief up until now. I don't know, but like those that know me know I write love poem. I'm a writer. And in as much as I'm a writer, writing my dad is this, what do you call it now, is it eulogy? But that thing that they will put in his wake keep booklet, I couldn't come up with it. His burial was like I think 28, 29, 30th. His burial was that month, and I couldn't come up with anything. As a daughter, as the firstborn, as the only girl, I was supposed to write something. I couldn't come up with anything. I couldn't. Despite the fact that I write a lot, I couldn't come up with anything until few seconds to when I was supposed to come in front of the crowd and read it out. Because yeah, at the wake up, I'm the firstborn now, so I had to come to the crowd and read it out. So I was able to pen down something a few seconds. And the reason why I was able to pen it down was because it dawned on me at that moment that, oh, this man is really gone. And I couldn't bring myself to writing it. There was a day we were in the car. I think that was the next day in the car. We're coming back from the hospital. No, that wasn't the next day. It was that day, Seth. Yeah, it was that day. We got to Abuja quite early. It was that day. And I was, because immediately I finished talking to my mom, those around with the pastors and all, they asked if I wanted to go see my dad. And obviously I wanted to do that. So I followed them to the hospital, to the mortuary, and before we left, my brother came back. So apparently they went to pick my brother because he was in the boarding school. He was still in secondary school. So my brother came, and we all went to the mortuary together. And yeah, I saw him. And so funny how I am the firstborn, but then my brother that I senior with 7 years had to be a father to me that day. Like he had to he had to summon the courage. Like he was the strong one. Then me that was supposed to be there for him, I was the weakling. Like I mean, I couldn't feel my legs, I couldn't feel my body, and unfortunately, the way the mortuary was, there are some corpses that have not been identified, or some people that have not claimed they are people. So they were like on the there's this table thing. I don't know how to explain to you guys. I hope you guys don't ever have to see that, but there's this table thing that's like in the mortuary and like a slab. So like there were a couple of dead bodies on top of it, and there were some that because there was no space anymore, they were on the floor. So there were dead bodies on the floor as well, but they were neatly arranged, and I had to walk in their middle to go to the room where my dad was. He was identified obviously, so he had a space, like it was like a shelf, whatever. He had whatever. So yeah, I saw him and I couldn't feel my legs. I don't even know how I was able to walk out of the place. I don't even know. Till today, the images of the corpse are in my head, the images of my dad are in my head. It's just. So when my uncle was coming out of the car, I was like, where are you people going to? Like, why are you people going to price coffin? Like, why you guys would always talk about faith and believe God can do everything. I grew up in a Bible believing church, so like why would you guys go price a coffin? This man is not he hasn't even been dead for a week. Like, why would you guys go price this? And my uncle was like, despite the fact that they have faith, they just want to prepare just in case it doesn't wake up. They should give me some whatever story that made me calm in the car, because I was like, like you guys going to buy that coffee means that you do not believe that you can wake up, because literally that was the mindset I had. Even in the mortuary, like I was like, you have to wake up. Like I wasn't shouting it, but like I was like, you can't just go like that. People can't do that, right? So about the whole eulogy and my tributes that I had to write, it made me like, I felt like if I write it, it meant that he had truly died. So that was one of the reasons why I couldn't bring myself to writing it. I'm not going to end this video without telling you guys how amazing he is, and how caring, how loving, how beautiful he was, how funny he was. He was a comedian. Like I said, those of you that know me and know him, you understand this part. And that is a comedian. He would literally make sure that everybody laughs when they're around him. My friends would tell me that they did not come and visit me because of me. They came to visit me because of my dad. That's how cool he was. And funny thing is, when he finished making you laugh, he'll be asking you what was funny, and he'll be telling you that he doesn't know why you people are laughing, and it was the one that made you laugh. It was very hilarious, actually. So it's not just about telling you guys how he died. I talked about how I've been coping with grief, and what grief looks like. The fact that people are going on with their everyday life. I made mention of it when I started. It's not like they've had closure, it's not like they've healed. It's just like they have learned to adapt and to navigate their grief while still existing, like while still living and doing life. So yeah, that's been my life since then. I remember when people will be in your house now up until the burial and what have you. People stay back to be there for your mom. My friends were there. Oh my god, to all of my friends that showed up, I don't know what to say to you guys, but you guys know I cherish you and I appreciate you. Even strangers that I didn't know but just happened to be neighbors and church members. I can't mention names. I can't, because where will I even start from? But you guys know yourself. To my family members that were there, to church members, colleagues of my parents, my own friends in school, in church, even people that I've not been in communication with, because I was not in Abuja, for a long while. I was in school. Everybody showed up. Everybody was there, bringing stores, bringing food, being there for me, rotating their night shifts, staying the night with me. Those that were making sure that they would crack jokes, and it just some even followed us down to the village for the burial. Mama, 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 you know yourself, mama, thank you. So yeah. To those that traveled to come and see me, my friends. To my daddy's colleagues that have been there since that day till now. Any of you that is seeing this video, I appreciate you people. Because another thing I need to emphasize on is you can't really do this thing alone. You can't really do it alone. Like, it takes a village, I swear to God. Sometimes you feel like you're running mad, but then you need these people in your life to make you know that, okay, this man will not want you to be this way. This man will not want you to keep being sad or to throw away your life. So yeah, you need people. And God has positioned a lot of people to be there for us, and for that I'm very grateful. I'm honestly grateful. So yeah, this is just my life. So I just felt like I needed to show people that something can still happen to you, and you can still not necessarily bounce back, but you can't use it as an excuse to throw away your life. You can't use it as an excuse to keep being, should I say, a failure or what have you. And also, if you're grieving, it could be the loss of someone or loss of something. It could be anything. I just want to let you know that you'll be fine, and you don't have to force yourself to be fine. Like, you don't have to move in people's, or should I say, walk with people's timeline. There's some people that will tell you that, oh my God, you're supposed to laugh. No, don't listen to them, because they don't understand what you're going through. In fact, some people will tell you that they've gone through something similar, but then they are fine. So why are you still this way? Guess what? I don't care if the same thing happened to us. We are not the same people. We didn't have the same rapport with the people we lost. We didn't have the same, like, a lot of things are different. The fact that you can say you've experienced a kind of grief does not mean that your method of healing or your method of moving on has to be the same thing with my own method. So if you're grieving, I think this video is also for you. Don't work with people's timeline. Don't make anybody pressure you into feeling fine. It's okay to not feel fine. Honestly, it's okay. I'm not saying you're going to be fine at the end of the day. I don't know when, I don't know how. Or maybe fine means just living with it and still existing. Maybe that's my own definition of fine. But either way, you're going to be fine. And I miss my dad so much. I'm not even going to die. I miss him so much. Like, so much. Like, it's not as if the devil now strategically placed things in different areas of my life, different scenarios, that is making me miss him. Like, just a lot of things that sometimes I get so jealous when I see people post about their family, oh my God, I don't even know how my mom is coping, because that man was a good man. Never did I see him raise his hands on my mom. Never did I see him insult my mom. Every couple would definitely argue once in a while and all, but like all those abusive homes, I was never raised that way. And I hope God heals my mom. I hope God heals me. God heals his family, like my dad's siblings, his relatives, and everybody. I hope that we're able to find peace at the end of the day. I know my dad is actually happy in heaven. I know that he's fine where he is. We are the one that have to be fine too. At least that's one consolation I'm holding on to. He's fine. I don't know if you believe in God or you believe in heaven and what have you, but if you do, you'll know what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's basically what my life has been. It's been roller coaster. Sometimes I remember him and I smile because of the things that I remember, like his jokes and what have you. There was this day that I was robbed, and honestly speaking, I said it then and I'll still say it again. If they tell me the particular amount of money that I need to provide for them to give me back that phone, I will do anything. Like, I will literally do anything. Not just that the phone was a gift for my dad, because I told you guys he came to visit me in school, like a surprise visit. Not just that the phone was a gift from my dad on my birthday, but because of the memories, like all of the things. Like, my dad will literally call you in class telling you about a joke that he sent to your WhatsApp, and he wants to know if you laughed. And if you don't laugh, you have to explain to him why it was not funny. And he's going to look for something that is funny that you should have to laugh. So just imagine stuff like that. Random videos of my dad being happy, smiling, laughing. You know, I was also not around, so it was more like he wanted me to be in that time capsule. Like he wanted me to understand what was happening. So imagine all of those videos in that phone. And there was nothing like backup, nothing, and the person, it was a one chance actually in Ilorin, and I entered, and this wicked soul removed my phone from my pocket. I didn't know my bag, and I didn't know. Honestly speaking, if they told me to provide, like the man just appears now and tells me this is the amount of money I want you to provide for me to give you that phone, I will look for that money, guys. I will look for that money, because it's more than a phone. It was a gift from someone that I cannot see again for now, and it's also about memories. And now what I'm making do with is just random pictures from people, pictures I've posted on my Instagram, pictures like, you know, picture frame at home, you know, those whatever. You see album they call it now that everybody have in their house. That's all I have. I wanted a live video where he's talking. I don't have it currently, honestly. Where he's talking, where he's singing, where we are doing selfies. I mean, just love memories. I miss him so much. I swear, I do. I miss the way we used to gossip about people. We would gossip about some people, talk about some people. I miss the way we'll sneak out of the house, go buy stuff that we know my mom will not accept. Like my mom will be like, oh, she has cooked now, or we are supposed to cook all this normal food now. But me and my daddy, we like all those sweet things, so we'll literally sneak out of the house to go get them, and then we'll come home, and then we'll not ask my mom that we should eat. She'll now say yes. We'll not be like, oh my god, so you know you will eat, but if we had told you we're going, you wouldn't have allowed us. So yeah, I miss those stuff. Sometimes when I buy stuff, barbecue, whatever it is, pizza, oh my god, my dad, oh my god, pizza, ice cream. And also there's this thing that stood out. I wish you could see who I am right now, because the things we gisted about then, I kind of, should I say, life made me work in that direction, because I'm a realtor, though it's not like my full-time also, but like I'm a realtor by the side. I studied marketing. You know, my dad was a chartered accountant, so like me studying marketing, I'm like, oh my god, my dad was so supportive. Remember then when I was in science class and I was failing, guys, I was literally failing, I was not very smart, and my dad will always support me. He always tell me, are you sure this is what you want to do? If you want to change your classes, just let us know. I wrote how many YA then, and this last one, he was like, what do you really want to do? And I was like, I feel like you guys have reset me. He said, no, don't think about that. What do you want to do? And I told him that I think I want to be in social class. Like, I don't think I want to do all those science, whatever. And he paid for it. He was so supportive. Same thing with my mom. They were so supportive. And I wrote the exam. And guess what, guys? One attempt, I passed. Like, I cleared my papers. I literally, in fact, the GPA that I wrote that I told you I was writing when my dad died, I aced it. Like, I passed it like crazy. And that was what I used to get admission in this school. So I was feeling so bad when I got my result. I was like, why didn't you see this? Like, when I was failing, it was here. Now that I'm now passing, now that I'm doing well, why was it not here? But I know he's still looking down, he's still seeing it. I'm sure he's still proud of me. But like, it stood out that my dad was so intelligent. He was a chartered accountant. I swear, he was also into real estate. So that's why I said something about, it's funny how I now kind of worked in his footstep, because now I studied marketing, and I'm a realtor by the side. I've worked in 2 real estate agents in this Ibadan alone. So I just feel like I wish he saw all these things. I wish he was here and we could talk about them. So these are some of the things that makes healing a bit difficult, but we have to navigate it. I cannot say because I'm sad I'll not go to work or I'll not go to school. So that's why I said I just wanted to talk about it, because it's another form of healing. It's another form of, you know, dealing with what you feel. And I kind of feel light talking about it. I always feel light whenever I talk about it. I always feel light. It's more like expressing myself. So yeah. And for the pizza, I was saying something about pizza. Oh my god. My dad and his friend happened to be one of the realtors for the Domino Pizza, should I say, company. So basically in Abuja, my dad and one of his friends were like the people that those white guys, like those international guys, contacted to get them a place for Domino Pizza. So I think they were able to get like 3 to 4 locations for them. So because my dad was working there for them, like, how do I put it now, like he got the land, I mean he got the house, him and his friend got it for them. So he's always so proud when he walks past, like when they've renovated the place or they've built the place. He's so happy to walk past it. Like, you see that Domino Pizza, yeah, I was the real thought, I was in charge, that kind of stuff. So we would always visit the place. If we not walk past, we'll visit. If we not visit, we'll walk past. So pizza was like one thing I was always at home. So yeah, whenever I see pizza, I remember my dad. Whenever I eat pizza, I remember my dad. I remember a lot of things, actually. A lot and a lot of things. But yeah, oh my god, I'm so proud of my dad. Sometimes I used to feel like he knew, because all those sneaking out that I used to say, he used to sneak out to like take me to buy stuffs, and then you tell whenever my mom wants to talk, I'll be like, life is short, right? That anything can happen, right? Let's enjoy ourselves. My dad will tell you, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't womanize, I don't club, I don't party. Why won't I buy barbecue? Why won't I buy pizza? Why won't I buy shawarma? I think the first time I ate shawarma, it was my dad that brought it home. Almost everything, my dad is like the one gingering and so I felt like he lived a good life, in as much as we want him to live to the fullest. Like, I wish he was here, because he still had a lot on his plate that he wanted to achieve. I remember then he used to say that he wants to go to Harvard school, because like the old being a chartered accountant was a good win for him, but he still wanted to further it, to like he wants to go to Harvard Business School. And he was very intelligent, like he was still writing exams, different kind of exams sef, as at when he died. Like, it was that intelligent, like he was very, very intelligent. So it started raining, and yeah, in case you guys are not hearing me very well, but my dad was very intelligent, very. So in as much as we want him to still be here now, because there's still a lot he would have loved to accomplish, I can say it that he actually lived a good life. Like, it was more like he knew. It was more like he knew what was happening. Because my dad will always tell you that I don't smoke, I don't drink. Why would I enjoy myself? Yeah, so he was a very good man. Yeah, I used to tell God that, please, and I don't know, but like I really, really wish that my dad would see my husband. Get like, whosoever is going to see my husband, I wish that my dad was here, because I still put, I want someone like my dad. Never did he raise his hands on my mom. Like, it was just a very happy home. I'm not going to lie, I grew up in a very happy home, and I give that to my mom and my dad, and I give it to God as well. But yeah, I'm just letting you guys understand the context of how much I miss my dad. Words will not even quantify, actually. But yeah, that's how my life has been, dealing with grief. And basically that was how I was able to know that my dad died, because he was there in my life. So I think God knows best, because whenever I ask people why, they'll be like, I can't question God. So yeah, I guess I can't, right? So if you are watching this, make sure you live life to the fullest. Do not hurt people in the process, but make sure that you do what you want to do. Don't work with anybody's timeline. My dad would buy really crazy pairs, really crazy clothes, and some people will be like, oh, is he materialistic? He will tell you no. He's working hard, and it's not like there are priorities, like it's not like there are things he needs to get and he's not getting them. No, he's doing what he's supposed to do. It's not like, there are needs, like maybe kids' school fees, stuffs you need to do at home, and he's not. No, he's doing everything he's supposed to do, but he has extra funds. My dad would buy me really expensive clothes that My dad's friends will be like, is it really you're buying it for? You're buying it for your wife? We'll be like, yeah, he's buying it for me. There are other times it's be for my mom, sandals, shoes, bags, different stuff that sometimes me and my mom will be like, are you sure you're supposed to do this? And we'll be like, why would he do it? So my dad, he loved life, he lived life. It was, I wish I can, like I'm saying all this so that you guys can even have the smallest insight as to how beautiful my dad's life was. He was a beautiful person. He had a beautiful soul. He lived a beautiful life. Yeah, he did. I swear he did. He actually did. He will buy perf, he will buy clothes, he will tell you, like I said, I don't drink, I don't smoke, so why won't I make myself happy? And then he will tell you that the way you dress is the way you are dressed. It was like, even God will not want you to dress like a pauper. Like God will not want you to dress like someone that is suffering. It's like, let God's glory radiate in your life, both internally and externally. Oh my God, you need to see my dad when he's preaching. He was a preacher, by the way, so yeah. Oh my God, I miss him so much. And please, if you're watching this, basically just make sure you live life, because you don't know what the next minute holds. Love those you want to love, settle with those you have issues with, and just, tell them you love them, because you don't know what the next minute holds, basically. So tell those you love how much you love them, please. And if you're here and you're grieving, you're going through stuff, don't let anybody make you feel like you're doing too much. Don't let anybody make you feel like you're not doing enough. Be yourself. Grieve how you want to grieve. I cannot give you a timeline for healing. I don't even know if it exists, because I don't know if there's going to be a time when I will not remember my dad. I don't know if it exists, but whatever your own definition of healing is, you will find it, and you'll be just fine. But I remember people would not let me cry then during the whole wiki period where people were in our house, like days up until the burial. They won't let me cry. Once they see me get emotional, the first thing they say is you have to be strong for your brother. Once they see me get emotional, the next thing they say is you have to be strong for your mom. It was later I realized that as they were telling me these things, they were telling my own brother too that you have to be strong for your sister. Like, why do you guys have to put us through that? Like, I understand you didn't want us to break down, but then I realized that you're not allowing everybody express themselves the way they wanted. It was like bottling emotions that could have caused disaster. There was a day, this girl, I don't know her name, but I think she was a church member. It was not everybody that came for the whole wicked thing that I could recall or that I know personally. But wherever you are, if you are seeing this video or you're not seeing this video, God will bless you. There was something she did for me one day. There was this day, I think it was like a day to the burial. I was so down, like I was so emotional, like I couldn't function, because I had to be there for my mom, I had to be there for my brother, I had to put on this strong face. You're the firstborn, and I don't know who signaled to her. I don't know how God told her that I needed to express myself. And this lady walked up to me, carried me, like dragged me, like in a nice way, dragged me from, I was at the dining, I was sitting on the dining table. She dragged me from the dining, took me to my mom and my daddy's room. I think nobody was there then. I think people were in the parlor and my own room. So she had an empty room. She took me there and she locked me in the room. Like, she locked me, not even in the room, she locked me in the toilet, because she said something about anybody can walk into the room, but like not everybody will walk into the toilet. Like, you get what I'm saying? She locked me in the toilet and she didn't explain why, but I needed that intervention so much that I knew why. And when I entered that toilet, I cried my heart out. I cried, I screamed, I did everything I wanted to do. I think at some point the screaming was much, and then my auntie ran into the room, because the thing is, I was like on a mini, should I say suicide watch? I don't want to use the word suicide per se, but like I was literally being monitored, because like I said, anybody that knows me knows how close I was to my dad. So they didn't want me to be all to myself. They didn't want me to be alone. They were scared I was going to take my life, and I had that symptoms, like I was it was crazy. So making my auntie heard that scream, I noticed somebody entered the room door, but then I heard this girl saying they cannot enter, like they cannot open the toilet door. They were like, what is wrong? She said nothing is wrong, she's just crying, which is normal. let her cry. I heard those words. This girl didn't open the door. I don't know her till today. Like, I don't know her name. But she was there in our house, and I'm sure she'll be either. It's not a neighbor because I've not seen her before that time, and I've not seen her out after that time. So I know it's not a neighbor in our vicinity. It will be a church member from like different regions. I don't know if she has experienced this kind of grief before, but I don't know what entered her. But she did that for me. I'm so grateful because honestly, maybe I would have been frustrated to the point of probably even that suicide that they were really watching. Maybe it would have happened because I was not functioning. I was not functioning at all. I had bottled in so much emotions, so much cry, so much feelings. I had bottled it in. She locked me down toilet and I cried. I cried to my satisfaction. I cried. And then I could breathe. It was like I was choking, so I could breathe. And then I knocked on the toilet door. She opened. She said, "Are you fine now? Are you okay now?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Okay, come outside." And my auntie was at the door looking like this. Like, my auntie could not really get angry with her, but then it was like, so please don't let anybody make you feel like you're doing the most. Don't let anybody make you feel like you're doing too much. And if you are this kind of person that is so strong and you're like maybe not grieving the way people think, don't also make people feel like you're not doing enough. Don't make them feel like, oh, is it that you don't miss your husband? Is it that you don't miss your child? Is it that you don't miss your whatever it is that died? Don't make them don't let them make you feel like you're not doing enough, and don't let them make you feel like you're doing too much as well. Be yourself, walk in your timeline, walk in your own space. Because if you shrink, if you choke yourself, the outcome might even be much more disastrous than what they were trying to avoid in the first place. So yeah, thanks to that lady once again. I don't know where you are, if you're gonna see this, but thank you. And yeah, I think I'm going to end this video here. And I think this video is so lengthy that I'm contemplating if I'm going to post it once. So maybe when I'm done editing, I will know if I'm going to post it once or it's going to be in 2 parts. But my name is Nick, and okay, and this is my life, and this is how I've been coping with grief. It's just been, yeah, just been, basically it's been one day at a time. No rush, one day at a time. Yeah, I love you guys, and if you're still here to this moment, thank you for allowing me express myself. Thank you for allowing me talk about one of the worst incidents of my life. Basically still the worst incident of my life. Yeah, thank you.